It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. One step from playing in the AFC title game. This divisional round contest is on. Starting from the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, here we go, Kate. That good old adage, that good old question of rust versus rest. Yep, this QB and his buddies, they all had the week off. They're rested, they feel good. Or will they be rusty? This opening series, a big one to get them in rhythm.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 13 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter, and he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Back to throw, here's Lawrence. He's got it, and he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Lawrence working from the gun. Short pass brought in. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yap on top of it.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return coming from the 6. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
There's not a guy on the field today who doesn't want to play his best football on one of the biggest stages. But in particular, this QB, he was on fire a week ago with 3 touchdowns, and he knows an effort like that again could put him in the conference title game.
It's caught right side by Freiermuth. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Cut down by Caleb Ransaw. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They'll go to the option on 2nd down. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Steelers first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Steelers set to punt it. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Takes it in at the 26. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. From the red zone now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Has it down close. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pull that in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from them on the road in the postseason. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And up to Johnson out of his own lead. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. And
he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Lawrence throwing here. He's got it over the middle. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Design bootleg here, buying some time right. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. Our score, 14-0. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Lawrence trying to get on second. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
It's taken in by Washington. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. They're down to their final one in this half. Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this.
Let's go.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
At the 24-yard line.
Lawrence with it on first. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Little knocks it through. And that will add to their score.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
You could really tell the defense bit hard on that read option. Everybody went the back's way. And once he pulled it back, he had daylight for days, making the correct read and going for big yardage. Everything they could ask out of him on one play.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Metcalf there to bring it in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers start to fight back with their first points of this game.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Blake Grupe to try the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
Steelers 7.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Coach Liam Cohn ushering his Jaguar offense back to the field. They've got first down from the 31. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here's Lawrence to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Lawrence to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
That's Cox. He's got Washington. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. First and 10. It's Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Catch is made in close. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it first and goal.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Lawrence now off the play action. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. We'll return this one up across the 35 before he goes out.
You know exactly what I don't like there, Kate. It's only first and goal. You got a couple more plays in your pocket to get in the end zone. Instead, you put the ball in harm's way on your very first crack, and now well, that defense has an opportunity to bail themselves out exactly what they just did.
Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
It's caught Metcalf. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's Johnson on second down. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate, and now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw here, third down. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Steelers have a choice to make. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. They'll run for this. And he won't be able to do it. Big guy fought for what he could, but they're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward? as they get off the field.
Out now runs the Jaguars offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, slow go. Hot.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Throw right side. Caught by Thomas. Galloping inside the 40. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers 7. Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Throwing from the gun. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. readying for another drive on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Complete right side to Washington. And he's going to be blocked down up at the 31. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He's got a man left. And this one doesn't go far. Offense in the hurry-up now. Lawrence working from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. He rolls to his right. Brought in right side. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Vacates quickly left side. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here we go on 4th, Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Airing it out to start this drive. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Setting up to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Gun. Go, go. These are 24. Go, go. Hey, Soko.
Back to throw it. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our tour around the NFL starts now with a tough matchup in the NFC. And this is J.J. McCarthy leading the charge. This one of his 4 touchdown tosses on the night. The visitors pull off yet another upset. They are now just 1 win away from the Super Bowl. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Baltimore Ravens. And it's Justin Herbert. He's a threat to tuck it and pick up the first down, which he does, and more. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. New set of downs for him from the 46.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steeler first down.
They go counter. It's Johnson. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They send a man in motion. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long for him here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
They'll run with Johnson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
I'll try Johnson again. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game.
Steelers 21.
Raleigh's set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Coach Liam Cohn ushering his Jaguar offense back to the field. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 34-yard line.
Lawrence throwing here. Throw left side, complete. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Headed out right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air, Lawrence. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 9-point advantage. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
Steelers 21.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts at the 9. This makes it up to the 25. The Steelers offense headed out. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's caught, Herbert. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air.
The Jaguars take over first.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Sending him on the dive. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Back-to-back carries here. Galloping inside the 40. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 16-point ball game. You saw that running lane pretty early. You could tell a quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once you touch the 2nd level.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Looking with his fullback now. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. There go play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. This play goes for 36. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Option design here. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Passing now on 2nd and 10. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Jaguars back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the 1st half scoring has continued so far in this 2nd half as they try to keep the pace. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Trying to work quickly now.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Lawrence working from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Big gain downfield. He mixes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. This one is up and good. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. He cuts it to the right sideline. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's the Steelers with it and trailing. Their postseason in jeopardy. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They've got a man in motion. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Makes the catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's DK on the slant. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. Forced out to his right. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8. As the Jaguars
They're running out of the pistol with Johnson. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, there's a case to be made, and a really strong one, that this running back deserves the next touch. I'll tell you this, Kate, defense going to be keyed up on him. Maybe a great time to play action pass, too.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Going with a screen to Johnson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. Groupie to trot the point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
Steelers 35.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Has it at the 11. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Cut out left. No one's around him. He's got space. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line. Lawrence picking up the pace.
A gain of 61 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
From the red zone on 1st. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Intended for Travis Hunter.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Teddy Buchanan on the coverage.
3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from one. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
It's a gain of 35.
Throwing from the gun. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Driven backwards to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. The Jaguars are going to call their 1st time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Pass play coming here. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Starting at the 10. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Lawrence with it on 1st. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now it's Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Complete to number 84. An 8-yard gain.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Got a man. It's Thomas. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Lawrence throwing here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Catch made. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Completed over the middle. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Take it easy. Ralph. Hey, Soko, it's a hike. Settle.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. The lead looks safe, but the penalty's staying down. They're going for this. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Airing it out to start this drive. It's caught right side by Fryermuth. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
They send him left out of the slot.
27-yard line.
They'll work against the blitz. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Man in motion here. Back now, pressure coming. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3 and out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3 and out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, they buckle it up.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the well again. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Back to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he has the Jaguar 1st down, Brock. And they can run out the clock on this win. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Big game going, and Tommy snags another. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another.
They're going to pass it here. Looking right, and he finds him. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Honest Little for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
Steelers 49.
So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line.